Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. Today we are going to make round coasters with grey, white and a silver middle part with some silver flakes. So I already put plastic foil on my table and now I already mixed my resin with my hardener and now I'm going to mix it. So per coaster I use about 20 grams of the resin and 10 grams of or 12 grams of the hardener. And I'm sorry, these are my bunnies that make so much noise. So 20 grams of the resin and 10 of the hardener. So yeah, when you make 6, it's 120 and 60 of the hardener. So in total 180 grams. But I like thin coasters. If you like thicker coasters, like if you want to fill this up, you'll need 1/3 more, I think, or double the amount. But I don't really like the thick ones. I think they don't look elegant. And yeah, they also cost more. They take longer to dry, so why make thick ones? So now I'm mixing my resin with my hardener. Because if you don't mix it well, then your resin won't harden out. So that mostly takes about 2 to 3 minutes. I also did a little bit beforehand, so it wouldn't take too much time doing it now in front of the camera, because of course that's not interesting for you to watch. In the meantime, I'm going to show you my pigments. So I already took out some paper cups, wooden sticks, like this to stir. Then my silver flakes to put in the center. I have white pigment, silver metallic pigment, and then I have grey alcohol ink, but I also have a grey pigment. It's called grey luster, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. The alcohol ink or the pigment. Which do you guys prefer? The alcohol ink is just a flat plain color and the pigment is a sparkly finish. So for some designs I like the sparkly effect, but for some designs like the marble effect, of course you want a flat plain color and no sparkles. Okay. Now I'm going to divide the clear resin into different cups, one for the white, one for the silver and one for the grey. So let's start with that. And I always leave a little left over of the clear resin, so I can always make up a color if I don't have enough of it. Now we're going to put, what should I use? A silver pigment or the, I'm not sure. Going to maybe do a little bit of both. So first I'm going to put in my white pigment into my cup with clear resin. As you know, I love working with paper cups because they are better for the environment than plastic cups. So let's mix it. It's really important to mix your pigments in the clear resin really well, so that every clear resin is pigmented and you don't have the clear see-through look. And also, when you put too much pigment in, you can see little dots, little dust pigmenty parts. So you also don't want that. So yeah, I always start with a little bit of pigment and then I do more and more, because you can always add but you can't take out. So yeah, that's my little trick. Now, I hate working with these cups because you have 3 small holes in the middle, but when you do it like this, almost nothing comes out, as you can see, so you really have to remove the lid. But most of the time I crack my nails doing it because it's a bit vacuum. It really hurts to do, so hopefully, yeah, it worked with the stick. Perfect. So I'm going to put in a little bit into my clear resin. It's a bit darker than I expected it to be, as you can see. So this is the color. And now we're going to mix it, and then I'll see if it's too dark. We can put in more of the white. Yeah, I think it's a bit too dark. It's almost like an ashy black instead of gray. So I'm going to add some more white in there. Just a second. Okay, so I added the white pigment. Let's see if it becomes lighter. As you can see, it's already super lighter. Yeah, now it's really the silver gray color I was hoping for. Let's mix it a bit more. I love the fact that you can always make custom design colors just by adding a bit white or a bit black, or mix the pink with the red so it becomes more pinky red. Yeah, it's super easy. So now it's a difficult part. What I want to do is pour the gray and the white in together so that it's even and it can flow nicely into each other. Because when I do all the cups first with white and then with gray or otherwise, yeah, the resin levels itself out. So what will happen is the white will level over the whole coaster, and when you put gray on top of it, you will have white, gray, white, and I want gray, white together, so that's why I do it like this. Maybe a little bit more, going to make a little bit more of the white. Now let's stir it again so it's mixed well. I also make a little bit more of the white than the gray or the other color. I also made it with red, with, did I make another color yet? Yeah, with rose gold, because lighter colors sink to the bottom. So the white sinks to the bottom and the gray stays on top. So when you pour it, it looks even. You have an equal amount of gray and white. But when it starts drying and hardening out and you let it rest, the white will sink to the bottom and the gray will be on top. So you're left with 1/3 of white and 2/3 of gray. So always pour in a little bit more white so that you have 2/3 of white and 1/3 of gray, and then it will become 50-50. Okay, let's cleanse the sticks. And then let's start pouring. Oh, a bit too much gray in here. Okay, let's see where I need to put some more gray in. And this one. Maybe also a little bit more gray here. Okay, and then we have a little bit more of the white. Okay, that's about it. Now everything is in. I'm going to pop the air bubbles already because I always forget to do it. I always do it at the end, but I need to remind myself to do it before that. So only go over it a couple of seconds each coaster because you don't want your molds to melt. So yeah, work really quickly. You can go over it multiple times, but you can go over it yeah, more than like 3 seconds each coaster. I'm quickly going to take a tissue to clean my molds because I see I already messed a little bit. Typical me. You know what they say about creative people? They are not the most tidy people. And yeah, cliche is confirmed. So now you can see we have a lot more white and gray, but as I told you, it will balance out. Now I'm going to take my third cup, put in a metallic silver pigment. It's really easy to use this, just wiggle it a little bit, shake it a little bit, and then you can see it's really metallic silver instead of just gray silver. Now we're going to stir it. I'm going to put in a little bit more of the clear resin, I mean. Okay, perfect. Maybe a little bit more or all, and then I was planning on doing the silver and then leave clear to do with the silver flakes, but I was thinking right now I can already put the silver flakes into the metallic silver pigments, and then I don't need any more of the clear resin. So yeah, it's a 2-in-1 solution. It takes less time to do it like this, so that's what we're going to do. So mix it again. There is a little bit of rose gold fallen in here, so I took it out. Now okay, this is mixed well. Now I'm going to put in silver flakes. Yeah. I'm going to do it a little bit out of the camera because I don't want the silver flakes to fly into my white part of the coasters. Okay, so I think that's enough. As you can see, there are big chunks of the silver flakes, but once you start mixing it, it turns out better. You can stamp on it a little bit to break off the big chunks into little parts of the silver flake. And now let's start pouring again. Squeeze my cup so you can pour more precisely. And then trying to do a stripe in the middle part. Okay, and now let's move it a little bit so it's really in the middle. I'm taking some parts of the silver flakes in the other coasters because there's a little bit too much in this one. It's because of the big chunks that were in there. Okay, let's try to level it out a little bit. Just by slapping on the silver flakes so you don't have any silver flakes sticking out. As you see, it's almost 50-50 of the white and the gray by now. So don't be afraid that you have more of the white or the lighter color in the beginning because it will sink to the bottom anyway. still a big chunk in here. So I'm going to try to divide it. Okay, let's start using the torch again to pop the other air bubbles because I moved around into the coasters. There are new air bubbles that you have to pop also. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, let's make sure they are level again. And after that we're going to use the torch one more time because I moved again into my coaster, so there are new air bubbles. Okay, let's move the torch again. And now we're going to pay attention to the sides as well, because before I focused on the middle part because that's where I moved. But at the end I also do the sides because there are most of the hidden air bubbles. So yeah, work really quickly. Okay, that was it, you guys. So I don't know if you can see it. It looks like this. So gray, silver with silver flakes in the middle, and then white in an organic shape because it flew into each other. Now I'm going to let this rest for 2 to 3 days, and then I will see you back for the unmolding. Thank you. Bye.